Betsy, thank you so much. And none of this could also be possible without our great First Deputy Mayor, Patty Harris. Park sits in a very comfortable home. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today and being part of, I think, one of the most historic days in the history of Central Park and the Conservancy. A moment in which its role as the extraordinary democratic space the public deserves is not only recognized, but is sustained for the long term. Sitting with us today is my friend John Paulson, the trustee and partner of the Central Park Conservancy, who shares our vision of an exemplary public park that gives every man, woman, and child free access to recreation, exploration, nature, and incredible beauty. Today we are thrilled to accept John's extraordinary gift of $100 million. A donation that will touch literally every acre of the People's Park. This is the largest gift ever made to any public park and one of the largest to be made to New York City's cultural institutions. It ushered Central Park and the Conservancy into the latest phase of long-term sustainability, unprecedented maintenance and management, and a model for other parks and public spaces around the world. It allows us to do something that has never been done before in Central Park. Make a promise that the cycles of decline and restore that this park has suffered so long with will be broken forever. More specifically, it will continue the Conservancy's capital restoration and maintenance of its 21 playgrounds, 130 acres of woodlands, capital improvements to park-wide infrastructure and comfort stations, upgrades to its 5 visitor centers and recreation facilities, and the enhancement of youth and family programming. It allows us to continue to surge ahead. While we've restored much of the park, the maintenance of our improvements is never ending. This gift allows capital restoration to continue and past improvements to endure, and for us to expand our work in helping other New York City parks. The benefits of this gift will only be seen in Central Park's perimeter. The Conservancy's management practices will be developed as a model for public-private partnerships locally and around the world. For the past 33 years, the Conservancy has restored and maintained what was a neglected public park for the enjoyment of now over 40 million annual visitors, and we vigilantly maintain those improvements every hour of every day. As a result, Central Park has never been more beautiful or better managed than it is today. John is a man who knows a good investment when he sees one. Central Park is fundamental to the economic and cultural health of New York City and the quality of life of all its residents. Its 843 acres, thoughtfully designed, contribute over $1 billion to the economy of New York City annually. And most importantly, it creates the most wonderful respite from the stress and chaos of city life. John has been a supporter of the Conservancy's mission for more than 20 years. He shares the vision of the park's original creators, Olmsted and Brox, as well as the vision of the Central Park Conservancy. The park should be a celebration of the people. John and I took a walk in the North Woods last fall. It was a cold day. I honestly thought he'd only want to spend maybe 15, 20 minutes. We ended up spending an hour and a half going through every pathway, and he wanted to visit every part. He wanted to see the cascades and the waterfalls. He wanted to see the bridges and the arches. But most importantly, he wanted to see what the staff was doing. And he was really interested in what was going on and seeing people remove invasives and plant natives. And I realized then that this is the guy who understands Central Park the way we do. He understands the park and the organization that is responsible for its reawakening, and I think John wanted to be part of that and help. John, on behalf of the Central Park Conservancy, its 300 employees, 900 volunteers, and more than 40 million visitors who will benefit from this gift each year. Today is a day of gratitude and celebration, gratitude for your generosity, and a celebration on behalf of the infinite number of people this gift has the potential to touch. We want to thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I'd like to introduce and welcome John Paulson to say a few words about this extraordinary gift. The Central Park Conservancy and the city